one's allowed to have first word.
I want to live.
No.
No. This is good. I didn't say what it was. I just said it's good.
I always give Michael crap.
Good stuff.
When free roll is going, that he like comments on things that are on my screen. Like, yeah, nobody can see what's.
Nothing is happening. Everything is a black void until he hits that button.
That button.
The button. We live in perpetual darkness. Except for a few hours out of the week. The Thing. That is a thing I am looking at.
Mm-hmm. Hello, Blair. Hello, Tromler.
Hello.
I think I got... Hello, Edward. Michael just killed himself.
Yeah. It happens
I don't
sometimes.
think I picked it up, but...
No.
When Michael cracks his neck, it's like... I think that LIGO picks it up.
Made me think about it more. My neck is all kinds messed up. I'm pretty sure my head's just gonna fall off.
Fall out?
It's gonna fall out.
Fall out of what?
Fall out of my neck.
Fallout 76.
The name drops. That's the one thing you don't have anything of is like Fallout pictures. You have coasters. Well, okay, those do count.
I have Fallout horse pictures.
It's better actually. Oh, the
Yeah, I have a laser pistol that's also sitting over there.
I want one of those metal paintings with the Fallout.
Oh, like the
Like those.
like those ones I have?
Yeah. Those are cool.
I think they have them.
Fallout ones would be awesome. We don't have to look right now.
Well, I like doing that. Let the pre-roll go for a minute or two, so people aren't like, I missed something. So,
You're missing
that's better,
everything.
kid.
This black void we live in is very entertaining.
I bet you they have some. It's a cool one.
Just like it's got dog meat.
No, it's just cool in general.
And dog meat.
Well, yeah, there's dog meat too. Yes, hello. Oh, hold on. Here, I'll swap this over. So, now you brought up, the display is where we got the metal pictures from that he's mentioning, and,
They don't have many pony ones, though.
but, yeah, they don't. Probably for, like, copyright reasons, but, well, this one's actually really cool. I really like this one.
Oh, I think I'd want one more of a, with, like, the power on. I mean, Vault Dweller's pretty cool, but I always kind of like Brotherhood of Steel.
Yeah, but there's so much to this. It's really well framed. Mm-hmm. That's really, really cool. What's that from? Mission Impossible, I think. I can understand why it's Fallout, but kind of. No, these are like, that's a classic. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there's a couple good power.
This one. This was
that's Enclave. Sure.
No, actually, it's the Raider armor. It was a recent skin they allowed you to get. This is a classic. Actually, I have this poster.
That is a classic.
If you're looking to have a poster on your wall, it's not metal, but I have that poster. Mm-hmm. It's floating around somewhere. I love this. Is like just a picture of the machine.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
it says description. Applejack needs a huge.
She needs a huge.
Did I put it in? She needs a huge. No, it says hug.
Needs a huge hug.
Anyway, yeah, I think if I were to get a poster, just this one right here of Fallout, that
nice.
one.
I like how much life is in
this
that
one's
one.
also a classic.
Yeah, but it's just a picture of the suit. It's not very lively.
You're like, well, that one doesn't have power armor. How about this one? Well, it's only the power armor.
Well, I don't like it if they're posing, and I don't like it if there's no life in the picture.
How about just sugar bombs?
Just sugar bombs might be interesting from
that would be kind of fun.
Yeah.
And thank you for the follow, Bonky. And hello. Earliest I've been. Wow.
Like if anyone, the Uncle Sam one is pretty good.
Which one?
The one with that one, because that's propaganda poster throughout the game.
Ah, so you prefer propaganda on your wall? Even he's looking. It's like, don't buy this.
Yeah. No, that's just the straight up propaganda poster from
But where is it?
From the game.
There's no propaganda listed.
Yeah, they left the propaganda off. So
Yeah.
it's boring now.
Yeah, we don't want that.
No.
Enjoy Fault Living. No. I will say, like, if you're ever looking for some good posters and you don't mind spending a bit more, Displayed has some really nice stuff. I have 2 on my wall over there, and they're really nice. Putting them up is super easy because you just adhere like it's like you put down a sticky thing, and then you put a magnet on top of that, so that's not the magnet sticking to the wall. And then really it sticks to the wall. You adjust it to balance, and then you're good.
So far, they've kept their color real well too. I was a little concerned they might fade with time.
The quality is dependent on the print.
Well, also it's on iron, isn't it?
I don't know what it's on.
Because if it's on iron, oxidation's going to take it eventually. That's my biggest concern.
I'm pretty sure they did something, but by the time I don't care because any poster you put on your wall is going to degrade too. Mm-hmm. So, no, they are really good, but always get them when they're on sale. They're kind of pricey, but I think we got ours when they were 40% off. I think ours he didn't get some, but some of the other people I know. I think we got them when they were 40% off. Then they're pretty good.
I agree, Sir Edward. That's a very wise statement you've made.
And hello, Blitz. The Ministry of Derp wishes to remind you that there's no such thing as derpy propaganda. Derpy is best pony because she definitely is. Mm-hmm.
I vote that we replace chicken with a derpy.
But where's chicken?
As a vote.
That chicken?
Yes.
You want to keep your hand? Anyway, first up, I was playing around with Mike stuff, and I think I got it fixed to where, like, Mike should be a lot better. There shouldn't be any distortion on stuff. I was able to play with it. Basically, I think I decreased the gain that was outputting in here. It was normally just at 0. I put it down into the negatives and then boosted a little bit on the computer side of things to offset it, and I think that got rid of some of it. So it should sound better, and with, whatever. That, and I found a setting on here that just works better too. So, thank you for the host, Flitter. Yes, hello. Did I miss anything? I think we're... Derpiest is the derpiest pony there is. That would make... It's like, which pony is the most Applejack?
It's probably Big Macintosh.
Yeah, it's like, Big Mac is the most Big Macest.
No, yeah, I imagine what if Derpy was all the ponies in the show as well. It makes it for a much better show.
I did work on this a little bit. I think I did something with this shot. I can't. I cleaned up her animation on the steering wheel because there was a little bit more clipping than I was wanting. There still is a bit there. We're gonna grab her whole left leg, and I'm gonna take this part where it's in the air, and I'm going to wait. No, this is the part. This is the part where it lifts. Okay, and then this is the part where it's in there, and then this is the part I want to make sure I don't compress. So we're gonna move it like this. Yeah, that's pretty good. Except for right about here, need to have her hand.
Hand.
Yep. She has hands now.
Very stubby.
They're
hand.
just they're in hoof-shaped gloves. That's what all the ponies are. All the ponies have all hands, but they were considered too powerful. So Celestia like put gloves on them.
I still think I remember an animation of that where a pony just walked over hooves, stood up straight, like took them off like gloves. It was like, everybody's like, well, that's freaky. There's some fan animation a while back.
Okay, so it's supposed to be interacting right about there, so I can't do it then. Oh, maybe I move to here. Okay. She has a very nice face. See, she's fine. This is what's weird. Like, the one of the things I always love with animation stuff is when you can fool people. So I don't know who was here last time, but if you look at this, it's like, wow, she's going real fast. No, she's actually not moving at all. She's just sitting in place, and everything's just making it look like she is. And I love being able to do that. This tree's actually turned out pretty good on the rotating thing. But it's so much easier to do it this way because it's the way that SFM handles motion blur, the way that it handles items locked to other items. It just gets really, really messy. And like having the camera locked to the tractor and then having that move around would make the use of the camera just an absolute hassle. So instead, the camera is basically not moving. It is kind of, or I think it is locked. Nope, actually, no, it's not. It's not locked, but it did take some of the motion from. So it locked, but then it allowed me to unlock it safely. But if I had it moving along with, it would make some of the other motion on her model like much more pronounced that it was doing that. Imagine where every pony was derpy. That would be very boring.
No, it'd be a good show.
No, it'd be. How do you make a show with a single character?
Just do all the same stories they did normal. Just replace each and every character with Derpy.
So Derpy is both going to be the hero and the villain.
Well, she'll be a very adorable villain, who they will always forgive at the end of the episode.
They do.
Not
Derpy
always.
or not. Who didn't they forgive?
They murdered Sombra, and they encased Chrysalis in stone along with like Tyrek.
But if they don't exist anymore, there's nothing to forgive. So they're free.
The Storm King got shattered to pieces.
So yeah, their choice. So they're forgiven or they're dead, and if they're dead,
or stone.
there's no forgiven.
They're either dead or in stone or forgiven.
And at the end of the movie, the stone was dancing.
Which was kind of morbid.
No, it means he's alive.
As a severed head.
Yeah. Alive is alive. Okay.
I kind of feel like they never really forgave Trixie. They just kind of put up with her.
Oh, wait a little bit. We got him more Michael face. Really cool how much camera angle can affect the animations. Oh, camera to me, I've mentioned it before, but camera is, or animation is important, but the most important part to me is how you tell the story, and camera work is important. Like, for all of these, every shot has a purpose. And like, the only thing I would say that this doesn't have is some kind of a establishing shot, where establishing shot is, the information you're trying to present is where are we? And right now, I felt that by having all the apples in one shot with a tractor was enough information to tell you that they're at the farm. If I wanted to do a true establishing shot, I would probably, before this started, do something like this for a second or something, just to establish where we are, or at least in terms of comedy. Depending on the type, I might do a little different. But I didn't want to, it's something that was going to be short and stupid, so I didn't bother. So that's why I was doing this. And this is to establish as much information as possible. But I needed to make sure that you could see everything in the shot that's important. You needed to see the tractor for context and all three of them that are there. I can't just have a shot like this, because if I do this, then suddenly there's an apple bloom. It's like, wait, where did she come from? So there's little things you have to think about. and on placement. But now that they're all there, I don't have to show from there. So it's I love that aspect of things, and like the planning of like how do you tell the viewer something without stating it. I love doing that stuff. That's all Remembrance was. Remembrance was all audio or all visual. All the Derpies would murder Sombra. Oh yeah.
Yes.
I like that fact. You're like, but they murdered Sombra. It's like, well, what if they're all Derpies? Oh, he would have died like seasons ago.
Yeah, they would just like, oh, ha ha ha, I'm gonna take over all the world, and then they just sort of snuck up behind him and slipped a dagger in his back and gone, yay, the muffin party.
I'm thinking like Happy Tree Friends. Like this is gonna be like Sombra's just like splayed out across the ground. They're just dancing on it.
They're just all dancing on. He's just laying dead in the middle, and they're just singing "Love Is in Bloom" is just playing in the background for no particular reason.
Oh, my brain didn't take "Love Is in Bloom." It was thinking of like that other singers like "Love's in the Air." I don't remember who that was that's saying that one. Alright, we need full shot. We're gonna take this one. Yeah, we'll take this one. So this is gonna be this front shot. Now we're gonna grab this for it's gonna be this is where because the idea with this is and actually I thought of a different way to do this. Originally I was going to have it be where
hey, look, you're streaming.
Yeah, I don't know why I set that. Whatever. So, I originally had the idea of going and what do I have? Oh, I do. Hold on, I almost forgot about this. So I have it set up where the camera is doing a quick shift, like to the side. I don't think I did that for the rest of these. No, I didn't. So what I should do, so how long was this one previously? I don't want to forget this because this is kind of important. It's 1 frame and then 2 frame. Okay, so that's easy enough to do. So for this, I think I'm going to go up. So this is still 1 frame because that's just how this works. If I do up, that makes it... Oh, actually, this one's going to be harder. But she's not actually moving. Oh, wait. Kind of. It does look like she's moving in the background there, so I'll just go with it. We're going to go a little lower, though. We'll do it down there. Okay. I might have to put some grass down here then.
Oh no.
Well, it's very blurred. I can maybe get away with it not. This first one I'm going to have to redo because you can see this one's fully blurred, but this one's not because it's a weird thing, the first shot. Anyway, what am I doing here? Hanging out with cool peeps. That's what you're doing.
Am I cool?
You just live here.
Oh.
Yeah, you have to all those details in different locations of your story sometime. Yeah. So no. Anyways, what I was gonna do here is I was gonna have her ride into town, and then I was gonna have it cut away to build another shot. I thought about having it like somebody gets pulled behind, and having like because she like ganks somebody on a string. But I thought instead, what I can do is I want to have like Scootaloo on her scooter.
You're gonna have run over Scootaloo.
And she's gonna like, I want her to have her be like triangle fast, and then I want to have like a bench with somebody sitting on it, and have Scootaloo going by at like a super slow speed, like triangle hard, just going grrr, and then have her go meow, and then have her attached to the front grill, and then have like the shot like this where she's freaking out and Applejack's freaking out.
Yeah, it's horrible, but it's also funny. The idea of her just running over Phillies.
I thought about having it where she hits a wall then, but then I feel like that could go bad.
No, don't murder Scootaloo.
No, I just hit her with a tractor going like 80.
Yes, but she's alive, and then you're like slamming her into a concrete wall.
The pillow factory. Once they break through the concrete wall, she'll be hitting pillows.
What's left of her will hit pillows.
There's lots of pillows, so all the pieces of her will just go. No,
No.
It's fine.
Where's
Or it'd be a Tyson factory.
Can't it be like Sweetie Belle? Nobody likes that one. Like,
No, I was probably gonna have Sweetie Belle be there because then they'd have the whole CMC trifecta. Okay, so for this one though, she's kind of like having the idea of a shot that kind of does like this. I went too fast with that, but like have that like follow along. But actually, I did kind of like that for this one.
Don't worry, Sir Edward. No mares or fillies should be harmed in the making of this video.
Actually, I feel like if I did that shot, like the one that like rolled around here, like that would be. I think it'd be too blurred. Vehicular manslaughter. Well, it'd be pony slaughter.
We're not gonna kill Scootaloo. She's just gonna get stuck. She'll be fine.
She has plot armor.
Yes. I don't think her butt's that big.
So the idea is, I want to have her riding into town, but I need to have a shot of that being done that doesn't look like a previous one. So if I use this shot again and recycle it, this angle anyway, does it look like it's the same shot within an immediate thing? I think not. I think I can get away with it. I probably move some trees, but I think I can get it. It might be. What if I do it from this side? Oh yeah, this side I could get away with. That one doesn't look as good though. Thank you, Jules. Pancakes go well with trackers.
Sure, pancakes go well with most things. So.
Well, yeah, but I don't.
What's something that a pancake would not go well with?
Cyanide.
I'd still enjoy the pancake.
Well, yeah, you can say that about anything.
What? No, like, what would make the pancake not good?
You want the pancake extreme, I want the poop extreme.
I'm gonna put poop on pancakes. It's your monster.
You gave me a list of anything.
Eggplant is good. I like eggplant. I could wrap an eggplant up in a pancake. I think we've only had eggplant once since I've been here. He wasn't a huge fan of it. I thought it was it's one of those things where you're like, oh, I feel like eggplant. Eat eggplant. And you're just like, that's okay. But it's kind of a pain in the butt to make cook, so. Poison mushroom? Is the poison mushroom still tasty? Is the question.
Yeah, it's like, it's a food, so anything that murders the person, yeah, probably is going to be on the list of not good.
That and poop.
Well, that's... depending on how much poop you eat, it probably would also not be good.
Some people like that coffee that cats like poop out. I don't get that.
That's not cats, that's monkeys.
I thought they did with cats too.
You do you.
I'm not doing
I was thinking about getting a cat someday, and now I'm concerned.
I'm gonna feed coffee and then sell that coffee for so much money.
That's nifty.
This is how.
Can you say lawsuit?
I'm talking about you just tell people ahead of time that it's like special cat coffee. And
oh, that makes it okay.
Somebody will buy it. We could start a business.
I think if I back this up a little bit to like here, and we go at a little bit of an angle, and I move some of the trees, I can get away with. Oh yeah, because in this one, we don't actually show the side hill, and this does, so that should stand out enough. So we'll do that. I just want to save time on grass.
I figured you were just gonna do like you were just slowly transforming into like the 3D animator for Bob Ross. Just like, we're gonna put a happy little patch of grass over here and a happy little tree over here.
And you just keep saying happy little patch of grass 171 times.
Happy patch of grass, happy patch of grass, happy patch of grass. Just your eyes go bloodshot, about 150.
And then, like, this grass, it cheated on its husband.
Just make it
that's a bad little grass. Naughty little grass.
This grass is secretly a weed. We don't like weeds.
Is that a Dora the Explorer reference? Applejack.
Well, you know, me and him, we're always watching Dora the Explorer, and they just slip
I don't
out.
think you can put poop on a pancake. You can put poop on anything.
I think pancakes have a natural aversion to poop. I mean, I've never seen poop on a pancake, so I have to imagine.
It's like
one another.
It's like trying to put like two north sides of a magnet together.
Just holding the poop and the pancake, like they just won't.
Or like
refuse.
the one Power commercial where it was the cat and the buttered toast.
Yes, that was amazing. I know the one you're talking about.
Well, it was,
just like puts it in a generator.
Yeah, this one.
Mm-hmm. It's one of my favorite commercials ever.
Yeah, I'm not gonna play the audio, but like, yeah, I just love it. It's like you figuring out that like, anytime you flip a toast, it just always lands butter side down, and the same thing with cats. And so he's just like,
cats always land on their feet. Yeah.
And so he lands on his feet. So then he's like, well, what if I combine them?
He's just looking at it. Just puts it into a generator. That poor cat.
I love that commercial. It's a commercial for Power, I believe. No, it's for energy drink.
It's for an energy drink.
I thought it was for a power company.
Flying Horse. I approve.
That's an old commercial, but it was fantastic.
I wonder if they even make that energy drink anymore. I've never seen it. Flying Horse energy drink. Definitely like the name.
Okay. Oh, I'm not going to end that tractor. I need to find a good spot. We're going to say, right here, we're going to remove the tires, because I already like that they're rotating. Which bone is that? So joint 3, I believe. Oh, there's another one. Oh, the front tire. I don't think that one matters as much, but okay. Oh, nope. Playhead. Okay, now Applejack, settle down, Applejack. You're not going anywhere.
It's like,
Okay.
I do like the whole thing with the trees going back. You make really good use of the limited space in a lot of your videos.
Limited space?
Well, you only have as much space as what's inside the box. You're like in a box, but you make it look like it's a massive, vast area by just doing these camera tricks.
It's
it's interesting.
It's that's one of the things, like when I was making the Australia video, that was difficult because
oh yeah, you got like whole mountain ranges and you're still trapped inside that little box.
Yeah, so like this is BronyCon version, also known as the crappy version. It was a pre-render, I had to fix stuff later. No, so like on this one, it is only, I have like these layers, so there's 3 layers here. There's a layer of dirt here, there's a layer of dirt and rock here, and then a third one down here, then a mountain layer here, and then the rest of the mountains. All those are different layers for the sole purpose of to make it look further away than it is while still utilizing the like distance blur correctly. I had to have all those models grouped and moved separately with the camera so that like for instance to imply that these things were further away than they were, which normally would be that the more I change No, the further something is away, the more I change my current position, the less something is going to move.
Yeah.
So if I'm closer, it's going to move a lot. So to offset that, I have it move slightly with the camera. So in this case, I had to have all those different layers move slightly with the camera to offset that difference. And then, so you lock it to the camera and then increase it a little bit as you go. So this mountain right here is actually moving throughout this entire thing, just to ensure that it maintains that same parallax feeling. And the same thing with all these. They're actually very, very close to her, but I couldn't deal with the distance correctly.
It's been a while since I watched this, but do you have her wearing the goggles at any point?
She has the goggles around her neck.
Yeah, I see them there.
No, actually, I thought I had them around her neck at some point. Oh no, that was difficult because she's got the necklace. No, I did the same thing in this shot where it's there. It looks like this is not actually spinning. So this is actually kind of technically spinning the wrong direction. I just felt that it looked better for giving a bigger sense of distance. Technically, for how this is going around, it doesn't really. It works. Originally, I wanted the camera going to the right, and I think I kind of have it going to the right. But I ended up changing it all to go the other direction. But each of these are, again, in 3 layers. There's one right here, there's one right here, and then there's another one back here. Those are all actual models, but since they're all, like, in a group together, they look like they're a flat 2D object, but they are actual models. That's why some of the lighting on these looks the way it does. And then I just had the 3 different layers move at different speeds, because it was the only way that I could get this visual representation of that kind of a distance. This one I think I did in layers 2. It just moves a little slower. I actually had I made a mistake. Yes, for my LMP opening. This one, to deal with the fact that I couldn't actually make a fisheye lens, I built the whole map to be a fisheye lens. So I built everything to actually be curved and had all the clouds look like they're curved. This is actually a normal flat image. Everything is curved to look fisheye. That was frustrating. This is actually where I made a mistake in doing that motion. The particles did not move with the model. So you can see here there's actually trees that are floating.
Yeah, but you can't really tell.
And you can tell, you can watch here, you can actually see this mountain kind of moving with it, but the trees aren't. They're actually staying behind.
All I know is ever since I read this book, every time I watch this video, I get like, my brain just starts to shut down just out of the pure need.
This was an actually easy shot, but this is probably one of my favorite shots from this video. Because there's just everything about it just felt good.
He who would be Zaviator.
I did not like these shots.
Well,
I felt this was actually pretty poorly choreographed. Well, these ones.
I can't remember his name. Do you remember his name?
King.
Yeah, he was essentially the prince.
No, so this is all just a flat model across the ground with a bump map, just to make it look like there is something. And then I just added some mountains so that I didn't have a flat line across the edge here. The interesting thing with this, though, was I actually filled an entire map with buildings all across the entire ground. And then I took a screenshot of it, made it a texture, and then made a bump map out of it. And I did it that way because I wanted the buildings to look like you're heading straight downwards. And so since I did an aerial shot like that, all the buildings, you can actually see like they're going up this way and up this way. It allowed that visual distance of seeing all the insides of the building in the correct orientation. But I needed this to go into the distance a long ways. So all I did was I took that same square of a texture and I just copy pasted it like 100 times going into the distance. But I also wanted to make sure that it went looking like it was sprawling as far as possible. And the only way to do that was to actually make it a bowl. So there's a flat one at the bottom, then I put a bunch around the outside and a bunch around the side of that, and I slowly curved it up so that technically it's a bowl that you're folding into, but it's gradual enough that you don't notice it. But if I didn't do that, the horizon would have probably been like right here. So it really helped give that effect.
But Brony12 just says he just got the part with Zapinator. He's reading the book.
It's a good book, but yes, it's Zip.
Like, there were so many things I missed watching this until I actually read the book, and then, like, especially this scene, I started looking for things after I actually read the book, and they were there, and I was very, very pleased.
Yeah, a lot of these shots, I mean, there's nothing, that's just a moving background. It's just moving and rotating the opposite direction of them. I just threw some extra clouds coming up from different directions for prettiness. One of the most complicated ones, I don't know what's glitching with that, was this shot. So there's an actual map with a reflective mirrored surface. And so I used that and had clouds that I had shining really bright lights at. And as long as you stayed really, really close to the mirrored surface, you got a really good reflection on it. And it was just really complicated to get all those clouds looking correct and just feeling good.
That guy's such a... he's interesting. I'm kind of curious how you put his model together.
This one actually had a shot. It was originally the dragon and then the flip shot of like zooming in on her face, but it just was too quick. So we just went right to this one. But yeah. And it was actually this shot we played around with and messed with and ended up, that's what made Lyra Fatale. Because we were goofing around during stream.
She fly east.
No, there's no way that a pancake and a piece of poop would be the same color. Maybe. It's very light poop. Like that's just staying there with pride. It was all based on the anime, so I just tried to copy some of the shots, and basically one of the guys was just kind of sitting there in the shot too. But yeah, there was a lot of the video was I can't do the scale that I want. There was actually I wanted to make this like one giant tower. I forgot the name of the city, but I wanted to make this one giant tower thingy. But the scale that I would have had to make that, I just am unable to do with SFM without it looking like it's a tilt shift shot, and I wasn't going to do that. So sometimes it's knowing your limitations and then just finding other things you can do instead. Let's see here. So camera. Oh yeah. So I think it was right at the end here. Oh no, that was returned. We're going to say this is the shot. My focal distance on this. Non-existent. Or the aperture is non-existent.
Hello, Joseph.
Hello, Joseph. How are you doing? You doing well this Tuesday? Uh-oh. And hello, Elias. Hello, my dear chat. And a big hello to Argo and Michael. Ha! First. Alphabetical order wins. Unless we have like an Aaron.
And then they get to go first.
Damn it, Aaron. Alright, so we're going to take Applejack's tractor. I'm going to put it right. No, that's in the air. We don't want that. That's better. She's not... We're going to fix this. Is this the tractor? It is the tractor. We're going to zero that. That is not the zero I wanted. 0, 0. There we go. I think that's it. Okay. Wanted to zero it so that when I went to move it, it actually like was aimed the correct direction, so that went forward instead of not.
He did make a pop sound. He does that sometimes.
Did it pick up?
A
little bit.
Bring up that alphabetical order thing. I don't know if this was just a thing in my school, but did they I'm thinking back to grade school, so it's unlikely most people remember grade school. But I always remember they always arranged us and our seats by alphabetical order. I don't know if that was just a Kentucky thing or not.
I don't think we did.
Yeah. I think the overall goal was to prevent people from sitting in like their cliques. I don't know that it always succeeded, but I guess it was just a solution they came up with to make people, to kind of separate people from people they might know.
Also, if they gotten in trouble for being unfair for certain reasons, for any reason, the easiest way to do it is to say, well, we're just doing alphabetical.
I think it was also easier when doing a roll call because they could always expect the next kid to be behind the kid. In the roll call, I could definitely see some reasons for it. It's just, I didn't know if that was just my school thing or if that was an overall thing.
Okay, so we're gonna have her rolling off into the distance. Funny music.
Is Fallout Equestria worth reading? We've both read it.
Yeah, I would think so.
Good.
If you're into that kind of story, it's definitely dark, but it's very well written.
I'd almost argue Estrella is darker. Not as dark as Project Horizons. The Project Horizons is super.
You're not even to the dark part of Australia yet, so
Don't tell me that.
no.
No.
You're not to the one that says, like, mature rating blood and gore.
And some of that.
Okay, she's not going fast enough. She requires more speed.
Tractor go pretty fast for a tractor.
There. I wonder if that's fast enough.
Project Horizons is also a good book. It's very long.
I've not read Project Horizons. That one...
Pink Eyes is definitely a good read.
No, Pink Eyes is good. I would say if you have a ton of time to dump, sure, read Project Horizons. I didn't think it was that great. It was... Some of the characters were memorable and good, but in terms of actual writing, it wasn't structured the way that I would want to see us. There was too many characters that were brought in consistently and repeatedly to such a degree that by the time I got to the end of the book, I couldn't remember who all these characters were. But now they're bringing them back in like I should. And it was just, there was so much information thrown at you and there was no recycling to allow yourself to actually be able to keep up with the current thing. You had to remember everything. And it just got... It had cool ideas, but I felt like in terms of like good storytelling, I didn't think it was that great of a story. It was just memorable characters.
This is coming from somebody with 2 pictures of Blackjack on their wall.
I got those for free.
Why are they on your wall, though?
Because they're cool. And what do you see in common between all 4 of those?
They're all from video games?
Yes. And what do I do over here?
I don't know. I don't
Play
think
video
you're
games.
Personal.
I took all my video game pictures.
Just admit Blackjack is a good character because she's adorable.
No, she's not. She's a Mary Sue of all Mary Sues.
She's hardly a Mary Sue. She keeps getting brutally destroyed in various ways.
Yeah, and then by the end, she's basically like super powered. So like,
her entire life was destroyed around her.
I know, but like Pip was the same person from beginning to end. What changed about Pip?
A lot. She became mortal.
Pip?
Yeah.
Well, no, Pip, but was the same person. Nothing happened to her. She didn't get any stronger. She took her own strengths and moved.
She got way stronger throughout the story.
Not where it's like. I can't say anything because it would spoil Project Horizons in some degrees. But it just didn't. No, I didn't think it wasn't that good.
Well.
Name 3 other characters from that book.
P-21, Scotch Tape, Rampage.
I love how you... Like, well, I was waiting for, like, Morning Glory.
Yeah.
Because I was waiting for, like, the women things. But, like, the characters from that book, the only ones that everybody remembers are, like, Blackjack and then, like, maybe the 1 or 2 right around her.
Yeah.
But do you know how many characters are in that book?
Scooter.
There are like over 100 unique characters that all have backstories and everything. It is just There's
her
too
name
much.
was also, well, Whisper was her real name. She was like, can't actually remember her fake name, but I do remember her name was Whisper.
Calamity. That's from Fallout Equestria.
Yeah, that's Fallout Equestria. No, they had good characters.
No, they were not. It just no. I did not. I read the whole story. It was interesting, but it was just I don't think it was a good story. I didn't think it was actually that great. It's like when people are like, "My Little Dashie is so good."
No, it's not.
No, it's bad. Well, that one is legitimately bad.
Yeah.
Like that's a different level completely.
That's just a self-insert. I'm gonna raise Rainbow Dash as my daughter. Yay!
But I can't end the story being happy.
Of course not.
So yeah, that's my opinion. It's just if the story was as long as Fallout Equestria was, sure. I just think it's way too long of a story to invest in. I ended up reading it because I was kind of bedridden for like a week, and I got through like half of it in a week. But that just worked out that way.
Remember Rose and Thorn?
Let me get a boneless pizza and 2-liter Coke. What kind of pizza? We just had like a veggie and meats.
What was it? What was the one you bought then? The two I bought were just sausage pepperoni.
I grabbed the oldest one.
So that was the one you bought.
But the oldest one was under all the others.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to dig for it.
Through the pizza mountain, I had to dig for days.
I could hear it calling to me.
Pink Eyes is good as it's shorter than most of the other Fallout Equestria stories, but it's really well written.
Yeah, that one though, I liked that story because the whole story was written from the perspective of somebody that was ignorant to the world around them, and so everything bad was happening, but they were seeing it through rose-tinted eyes, and so everything. They didn't see the world as in the same way that we were, and that was actually kind of interesting. And it wasn't a very long story.
No. The only other two Fallout Equestria stories I've read is Murky Number 7, which is a good story, but it takes a while to get there. You have to get through a lot of meh before you get to the actual.
It's really rough to like promote stories where you're like, oh no, you just have to give it a chance. Just ignore that it's not good for a while. But at the same time, it's
not horrible. It's just not you have to push through it before it gets to the good parts. And then there was Guise of Chaos, which I couldn't finish because it was such a bad story. So that one was legitimately bad. I couldn't finish it. They do have standards. It was also about a stallion, and nobody wants that.
Yep. Nobody.
As soon as that stallion killed a mare, I was just like, forget this story.
No self-insertion here.
I'll give you that, because there aren't very many good self-insertions.
All right, let me get a boneless pizza. We actually had one of the guys used to know we were going to order pizzas, and he decided to call it in, and it was at a convention, and so he calls and we hear him on the phone, and he's like, I want to order a pizza, and they're like, oh, what kind of pizza? He's like, boneless. And I'm like, okay, dude, like these people have jobs, they don't want to deal with your bull crap. And I
have a feeling I know who it was.
They kind of just said whatever, but then he's like, and I want it to be thick. And like, what kind of, like, what do you mean, like a deep dish? He goes, no, I want it really thick. And she's like, okay, sir, we'll make it real thick for you. She knew he was bullcrap. We just got normal pizzas, but it was just.
Yeah, don't do that to people.
They're
tired.
They're doing their job. It's like when somebody calls like that, you go he. But on the other end, they're like, I'm getting paid like minimum wage to deal with somebody that that's just being an asshole, and I'm probably not going to get a tip from.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, their goal when they pick up the phone is to fulfill your order and for you not to waste too much of their time.
Move this tree so it's better representation of what I'm looking at. Okay. Okay, in the final, the tractor will not be flying.
Why not? It'd be like the chitty chitty bang bang of tractors.
That is just a temporary thing. I just don't want to. I don't want to like worry about it right now. This speed line. Oh, the speed lines are fine. These ones though should start honestly at 22.4 and go for 4 seconds. That was not the right button. There we go. Now it should start right away. Yeah. Alright, now we need to load in a Ponyville.
Oh, so you're gonna have it driving in Ponyville here?
Yeah, this is the connecting shot. It's the fourth part of it to have her doing something stupid, and I'll probably have her like weave a little bit, but I want to show where is she going because I need to show context as to where the next one is. The problem with this is whatever town I build has to match the one I'm going to do, and these ones are like the super detailed ones, but the map that I was planning to use isn't. So let's see what I can do.
Does it have to match? Like
it's going to be an immediate shift, and so I kind of want it to. But I mean, if it's differing a little bit, I want to make sure they're the same houses. But the map I was going to use wasn't. Have any of you looked at Dead Tree? Oh, like Dead Tree Studios? Yeah, I know of them. I haven't really looked up their stuff or anything.
Wasn't the name based on a book though? I thought there was like a thought equestria Dead Tree.
I thought they're the one that did the RPG type stuff, or has something like that.
Unsure.
I mean, if you worked at a pizza place and built a thick pizza, one slice was worth one entire small pizza. They could you to make them one on request only, $45. Yeah, when you work at a place and you have access to all the ingredients, you're gonna do some fun stuff. The one thing I've been reading about lately, I guess there's a TikTok trend for making like these extravagantly like stupidly complex drinks, and baristas are kind of complaining about it because they're like, this is
silly.
It is like on the receipt like this long of like one shot of this, one shot of that, half shot of this, do this, and it's like, no, just get your damn coffee. Everybody has to have something different and unique, and they want to have that one item that then everybody else goes and looks at and they're like, wow, that's so good. No, you go get your coffee, go home. Leave those people alone.
The perfect cup of coffee is half Folgers, half Bailey's cream.
That's what... Sure. No, but at the point where if you're doing a recipe this long of sugary items to put in a drink, then just why? It does not make any sense to me. Does it taste good? Maybe. But you could take off half those ingredients, you probably wouldn't even know the difference.
I think at that point, to put somebody through that kind of heck, just for a cup of coffee, you're not really putting that person's like you're not really considering the person on the other end of that. It's like, I want what I want, and I don't care who I have to basically put through hell and high water to get it.
Well, they're just saying like, well, I saw this on TikTok and I want to record myself getting it. The ones I hate though are the ones that like they'll record themselves getting something and like getting the reaction of the employees that are there. It's like, look, dude, they're people. Mm-hmm. Just stop this.
Yeah, they don't do that to people. They have a menu. I always kind of respect those like burger places that are like, no, this is how the burger comes. If you have allergies, we'll make exceptions. But
when Burger King's like when Burger King's like, have it your way, and somebody's like, hold my beer.
Is like
though somebody did figure out, I guess, that you could you could go to McDonald's at one point, and when you add something, it would add to the price, but if you remove something, it would remove from the price. And he had it set up where you basically like order a burger with nothing on it, and it would give you 10 cents. Mm-hmm. And so he just ordered 20 of them to get a burger for free. So by ordering 21 burgers, it would cost him nothing. And it was through the electronic menu. So he put in the order, and it locked it in, and they gave him 21 burgers for free.
Wow. It's got to be restaurant to restaurant, because I remember when I used to work at McDonald's, we didn't charge for extra toppings except for cheese. If you wanted extra cheese, we charged or meat, yeah.
Yeah, those are the main ones. But the idea was, what if you remove the meat?
Well,
what if you remove the cheese?
I think that became a bigger thing later when people started removing the buns to cut out the carbs and stuff. Or they just wanted like a lettuce sandwich because they didn't.
But then go somewhere else. Go to like the local grocery store. Don't go to McDonald's.
Well, some people want to just go through McDonald's drive-thru and they want like a vegetarian option or a no carb option.
No, that's an oxymoron.
A little bit.
Self-insert stories can be fun and even interesting, but mostly they are just fantasy of the writer taking fun. The most difficult part is to keep it interesting without being repetitive or ridiculous. In some worlds, give a good starting point for a self-insert, but others aren't made for that kind of writing. Yeah, normally you can tell if there's a self-insert. I don't like self-insert stories. If it's done to where it's not as much where you can write yourself from an outside perspective, sure, but if it's just you living through your fantasies, and then trying to and then feeling that others need to also live in your fantasies, that's getting into some weird territory.
Don't you want to read my 30 chapter story about me going into the horse world and booping bones?
You tried to make an animation that was already like...
I wasn't in it.
No, you weren't, but was it trying to make a video that was everything you wanted in a video?
It was mostly just watching Derpy try on socks.
Yeah, which sounds... Michael, like... Derpy socks and juice boxes. Were there going to be any juice boxes?
She didn't have any juice boxes.
Did you want to?
No, she did eat a muffin.
Well, if you could go back now, would you add juice boxes?
No. I think her eating the muffin... She refers to them as gnomes.
But how do you wash down?
That's a good question. Might have to add
Did she
juice
get a
boxes.
milk?
No, she would definitely drink juice.
Juice in a muffin?
I mean, juice is less weird when the cows are sentient. Or sapient.
But maybe the apples are sentient. Have you asked them?
The Applejack's too busy kicking them.
Touche. But I need my pizza to be boneless. No, the jokes are funny as long as they stay as jokes. As long as you don't try to hurt others. I did my fair share of stupid crap like that when I was younger. I've definitely I went through like a Taco Bell drive-through ordering stuff that they didn't have on the menu and saying a weird so I worked in a McDonald's drive-thru for 2 years as well. So I had, if you ever go to McDonald's and you order a hot dog in the drive-thru, knowing they don't have hot dogs, that drive-thru person has heard that at least a dozen times a week. It isn't funny to them. It's funny to you, sure, because you're like, wow, look, they wouldn't have expected that. No, they get that more than you know.
What I remember working at McDonald's through the drive-thru was people would roll up and they would want like the spicy chicken sandwich, and we would have to explain to them that we don't have a spicy chicken sandwich. You're thinking of Wendy's. And then they'd be like, no, I know you have it. Like serious, like super serious, and like the spicy one. And then eventually you'd figure out they were talking about like the McChicken or something. And they considered it spicy.
They did have a spicy chicken sandwich there, here and there. Yeah. I don't think it was a consistent menu item.
Yeah, no. So, but some people, the worst people were the people who would order things off somebody else's menu and seriously believe that you have it and that you're just not understanding them properly.
I did actually do that to mess with a lady. This one's at least okay because we knew her. But we were at our local meetup group, and we would always go to IHOP afterwards. And that IHOP, it was always the same lady that would wait on us. Every time we went there, we'd go with like a group of 30. They would already have the section there. They knew the weekend that we were going to come in, and she was always our dedicated waiter while we were there. She was fantastic. I absolutely loved her. But she worked at IHOP and at Applebee's. And she had mentioned that at one point. So when we were taking orders and it was going around, she went to go take my order, and I said, "Yeah, can I get a quesadilla burger?" Which is a menu item on Applebee's menu. And she writes it down, and then she sits there for a second. She goes, "Don't do this to me. Just don't do this to me." See, she had it fully written down.
It's not.
But at that point, we knew her. We knew she was our waiter there for like 2 years.
She just secretly hated you.
We actually had there's a store there that was going out of business at one point. And they were selling a bunch of stuff for like half off. And so when I was in there, they had this giant turtle plush that was 50% off. And so it was like $20 or something instead of like 50 or something. And it was enormous. It was like, I'm trying to show you like the size, but I got the camera there. But it was enormous. And so I picked it up and we named it Crunch. And we were carrying it around all day. And that was fun. Well, then we went to that IHOP, and the waitress was there, and she's just a single mom, probably like younger than me even, and she had spent. She goes, "Where'd you get that?" I'm like, "Oh, there was a store in the mall. It's going out of business, so 50% off." She goes, "Oh, I have to go check it out after my shift." I'm like, "There's like nothing left. Like this is one of the last things there. There's none of those left." She's like, "Oh, okay." She goes, "I thought my daughter would like it." Well, so at the end of the shift, I just gave it to her. And so I don't have that turtle anymore. I just said, "Here you go. You've been great for a while. You can have the turtle." And then like months later, we asked her about it, and she had a picture of her daughter with it. And she goes, "Yeah, it's not mine anymore. My daughter refuses to give it to anybody. It's her pillow." So it was pretty adorable.
Some good stuff.
I'm gonna figure out, I want to place all these houses in such a way that well, these actually make it look closer than I probably want it to be. Yeah.
Is there any way you can put the bridge into town? Because I saw the bridge model.
Where? But okay, I have a bridge, but then I need water.
You just need like blue.
Blue?
You need something blue to like look like water from a distance. For these demands I'm making. More blue. All the blue.
There, now I can see those. Why? No, the sky's gonna be blue. I'm gonna be changing the sky.
What witchcraft is this you speak of?
I'm just wondering if this is too close.
What's too close?
To the city. Or maybe I can slow her down.
Hamlet at best.
Yeah, I might slow her down a little bit. Not her. Vector. I just don't want to have her like already be in town. Yeah, I know. If I slow her down, it'd be fine because I can have her weave a little bit. I think that should be fine. Is this source 1? It's source 1, DNOs. I had source 2 doesn't have facial features working 100% right now, so it's not worthwhile swapping to. Once the facial stuff is up and running in a good way, I'll probably consider it. But as of right now, it's a limitation that I'm find too painful. Yes. So.
I'm gonna ask.
I knew you were looking at that for that. I just need to finish what I'm saying. No, I went and jumped on that software for a bit. I was trying to figure out like what can you do with it, what's possible, all that, and came to the conclusion of none of the models I currently use work. So no. Or at least not without some heavy scripting and modifications of the engine. Or like to do things I don't understand how to do. And the documentation out there is immensely minimal. Eventually, the tools will become available to make that process easy, and I'm just waiting for that. It gets liquid muffin to wash down the solid muffin. That sounds delicious. Liquid muffin. Okay, so I don't think... What's the name of that center building in Ponyville? Oh, I do have some other buildings. I don't have that one, though. I'll come back since then. Is the City Hall or something? That's probably not going to find it by that. Town Hall, yeah. But I don't think I'm going to find it by that. Oh, there. Yeah, I found it. It's cheap, but it does what I need it to do. Yeah, it's not very good detail, but I just need something. Because that, to me, is the iconic, like, this is Ponyville thing.
A giant, ugly crystal tower came out.
Thank you.
Who here actually liked Twilight's Castle?
The marketing team.
Yes. Well, if they're here, hello. Make better stuff.
Well, aren't you nice?
I am nice.
No, that's sold. I think my niece, one of my nieces, had that. Oh,
The Crystal Castle, the Twilight's.
so not Crystal Castle, because that's a different thing. But
It was made out of crystal.
no, she wanted it for Christmas or something one year. So from that side of things, it was a very successful marketing. It sold.
Did she get Twilight's treehouse? Because that was the library? Because that was far better.
They were a lot younger then.
Yeah.
So maybe.
I mean, if it didn't fit with the town aesthetic.
Oh no, it
That's
didn't
the
at
worst
all.
part.
But it's a kid's show, so they're just like, well, they won't notice, and we'll put it far enough outside of town that if we just decide to, like, make her the town hobo. Like,
I'm just imagining them, like, the Ponyville just building a wall around her castle, being like to hide it. It's like, yes, the town took a vote. You all agreed that your house is an eyesore.
remember all those like bits where, like during Frankenstein, when they're all like with pitchforks walking up to the tower, like whatever. That's what it's gonna be. Is they're just gonna be walking up with their pitchforks. You're like, we didn't vote for you.
Twilight's library before it got blown up was such a quaint, lovely, recognizable building, and they blew it up just so that they could give her a castle. That was pretty much the whole reason for blowing it up.
Well, plus it made for a pretty cool episode.
It did. Her library blowing up was pretty heartbreaking.
It's also pretty freaking cool. Did you see that thing? It was like,
Yeah.
pretty cool.
I think one of the last episodes in that library was Testing 1, 2, 3, which is a great episode.
Yeah, that's my favorite episode.
Mm-hmm.
Not just because of Rainbow Dash, though that does help.
Yes. Like some of the comics that came after that with just like Rainbow, Twilight asking Rainbow questions and Rainbow just knowing the answers, and Twilight was like secretly teaching her things by having like billboards and stuff on the ground. Rainbow would just look at casually.
I know Kung Fu. Much easier to deal with now they got the trees gone. Well, thank you, Lance. I love your work, especially Remembrance. Was a pretty neat work. I want to make something that's like emotional again. I just get very distracted by comedy. Comedy is way more fun.
I'm telling you, you gotta make the animation that's my headcanon for Applejack's parents where they die in a fire.
Bye, subscribers.
No! They'll get teary-eyed and love your work even more. Like when Jack
Bronies are the ones that are like, I love being sad.
Well, tell that to everybody who watched the Titanic movie. It was way better that Jack died at the end. So much more emotional.
He could have fit on that door.
He could have. Which is hilarious.
He wasn't boopable, so it's okay.
It's fine.
Kung Flu.
Like, seriously though, if you want to do something that's going to make people emotional, anything involving Applejack's parents, like perishing.
No, that just sounds like if you want to do a commission.
I'm not doing a commission. You're looking for emotional ideas. I'm helping.
You're self-inserting.
I'm not putting myself in the story.
No, you're inserting your ideas in because you're like, oh, I have a good idea. It's totally not my idea, but do not steal.
You can kill her parents any way you want.
I was going to. We were going to do that anthology short.
Oh, that would have been amazing, but you were afraid of the copyright.
The copyright would have gotten me. Heavily.
Yeah. Mate,
So, no, we were.
I don't know how stuff works.
We were going to take the scene from screw you. I was going to take the scene from Monty Python and the Holy Grail of Bring Out Your Dead, and I was going to have that be where it was Applejack with her mother. And it's like, I'm not dead. Like, it says it's not dead.
The best part of that would have been see you next Tuesday is what he says at the end, and you just pan over to her dad.
Oh yeah, that would have been pretty good.
Would have been so good, and you'd just be nervous. Like, oh no.
But yeah, I decided not to just because the copyright of dealing with that would have been pretty messy. I am almost 100% certain that any attempts to use anything from that would just come to demonetization and potentially worse. And it was about that time that I made the decision to stop uploading things that use content that I would lose monetization on, because it screwed me over a lot. So I'm not doing that anymore. Too many times I've used copyrighted content and screwed myself out of a lot of potential funds that would have helped me grow things even more. That is not. Where is that? Okay, so maybe it's right there. No, this thing.
It's funny what gets copyrighted and what doesn't on YouTube.
It's all you can't copyright something if it's not in the system, and there's so many factors that are in place with it. How long was it? Is it something that would be considered a cover? Is it a copyright strike, or is it a content ID claim? There's so many different things that it can be considered a copyright thing, and I don't want to deal with any of it.
So if you're not going to kill Applejack's parents, whose parents are you going to kill for your next video?
I'll find. There's plenty of parents in the world.
You gotta kill like lots of parents.
We'll do Batman's origin story.
No, that's been done a billion times.
Yep. Meaning it's good money.
I mean, I think they finally stopped doing Spider-Man's origin story in all those movies because people were finally like, yeah, we get it.
Yeah, they did that twice. That's what I loved about the new Spider-Man. And they're like, oh, Hey, look, we're doing a Spider-Man movie. Oh, sweet. What happened to Uncle Ben? Oh, he's dead already.
You're
What about Aunt May? She's hot now.
Yes.
I'm not gonna do the grass right now. That sounds like a weekend thing. But yeah, I'll have to go all the way up there. Probably add a couple more trees around the background there. But this does give the idea of it. Oh, you need a tractor. There we go. I'm gonna want to have it. Let's see if I can do one effect with the camera here.
See you later.
Oh, it's good to see you, Rick. I have to go. See you later, Lance.
She is a cool cowgirl.
Apparently,
I'm trying to figure out what there would have been.
cowgirl?
Cowgirl?
Cowgirl is apparently banned. A banned word. I swimmer. I don't know why. But the fun thing is normally afterwards it says, like, we have added the permitted term cowgirl. No, it permitted the entire term she's a cowgirl or cool cowgirl. That is now a permitted term. All 4 words used together.
I guess I could see it being used as an insult.
No,
but
cowgirl. It depends. Depending on how it's
context.
used.
Yeah.
It's a sexy thing. What do we do here? Oh yeah.
But she's a horse. No comment. She's clearly a horse girl.
That's pretty good. And what I see then? How should I put it in? Oh no, it's fine. It was just the auto trigger thing. It thought it was something inappropriate, and it wasn't.
She's Apple. She's Apple Horse. A dirty, smelly Apple Horse.
Okay. That cuts there. I can get rid of these. Well, this one I can just go right here. Swing boy.
He does. He listens to a lot of K-pop. Don't let him deny it.
Listen to K-pop. No, I listen to none. Is that like one of the members of the crispy what Cocoa? No, what was the cereal?
Go for Cocoa Puffs?
No, the ones that go snap crack pop.
Oh, Cocoa
Rice
Krispies.
Krispies.
Cocoa Krispies if you're going with the chocolate version. There's Cocoa Krispies and there's Rice Krispies.
It's Rice Krispies.
But
Cocoa
chocolate.
Krispies are a flavored version of Rice Krispies.
Essentially, but they had 2 different mascots.
But you can't say that Cocoa Krispies and then there's just the unflavored Cocoa Krispies. It's the other way around, Michael.
But they had 2 completely different mascots. Cocoa Krispies had a monkey.
What about Fruity Pebbles?
Fruity Pebbles and Cocoa Pebbles both had Barney and Fred.
Fruity Pebbles and Rice Krispies.
That's the Flintstones, though. Besides, they don't crackle.
Yeah, they do.
Cocoa Pebbles?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, they're the same. It's all rice.
It's rice base, yeah, but so is Rice Chex. That doesn't make it.
It's the same thing.
No,
you throw some
like
Flintstones vitamins in with your checks. Bam.
Fruity Pebbles.
Fruity Pebbles.
That's what it is.
You gotta let it soak for a little bit. Some gummy to dissipate. It's out of Cocoa Puffs. It was a cereal.
It was. I remember cereal. It's been a long time. But Fruity Pebbles were definitely my favorite cereal as a kid. It was just pure sugar.
Okay, this is where it gets messy. Okay, so I need to make Ponyville.
You've done it like multiple times.
I use a different Ponyville. The problem is, I could say just use this. But then all the ground is green.
Don't ever show the ground. Except in the one shot
But
where
you need
get...
to. I need to establish that we're in Ponyville.
Oh yeah, the buildings going by would establish that.
Okay, let's make this whole video where we don't show the ground. We'll just change the camera to this, and then we'll change like this one to
Well, you can show
this.
You can show the ground like when she's running in the Scootaloo, but like this.
But then I have the green ground.
Well, no, you can change the ground color there.
How do I change the ground color?
You paint it
How?
with paint on your computer screen.
Okay, I have some spray cans downstairs.
Okay, I'll go get
it.
That's how the internet works.
You need to get masking tape though, because I need to draw out the roads on my monitor.
I will say my boss at work is very upset of how much whiteout is on my screen, but I have to edit those papers.
Are you lying?
There's no telling.
I know, I don't know. Actually. No, you have to be lying because Draft would have already told me.
It's true. He wouldn't let me live that down.
Just a little bit. I have honey bunches of oats at the moment. Oh, nice. That's pretty good too. Actually, that is a good cereal.
That is good cereal. I always like grape nuts. A lot of people don't like grape nuts.
Okay.
They're expensive.
Yeah, I haven't had cereal for like a year and a half.
You have plenty up in the cabinet.
Oh, I think that's all bad by now.
Cheerios last forever.
Yeah, the Cheerio, I don't know. Some of them I don't think are. Well, those we have tortilla chips that have been up there for a year open. Those aren't good anymore.
You put them in the microwave. It softens them up. Never had stale chips and you stick them in the microwave to like soften them up a bit,
Why?
so that you can eat them and they won't be as stale.
But why didn't you get new chips?
Because you're poor.
I'm not.
We come from very different worlds.
Don't tell me what to eat.
I'm telling you what.
I tried to get you to eat bad chicken and you ate that.
I did eat that, and I regretted it after. But chips are fine. You just soften them up in the microwave. They're good again.
Okay. I do not know where the actual map is.
No, that's perfect. You just in Ponyville at night, and then you don't have to. You're finished.
I did Ponyville at night. That's the only time I really done a legitimate Ponyville, and that was Twidash. Because it was just black outside, so I just made it black.
Also, that was a good video.
Yeah, it had, like, ponies smooching, so...
Yeah. He doesn't... Like, he has an unspoken rule that he doesn't let ponies smooch no more.
Even when I had, like, an actual... I told you, like, okay, Michael, you can't make any pony smooching, and the first thing you do is the smooching.
Of course.
And
like, everybody, like, if you had more pony smooching, you'd get so many more views.
No, I wouldn't.
I mean, you wouldn't.
There's two things. I would either get no more views, or I would get a ton, and they're all going to be from a crowd that I do not want to have following me in the volume.
You know what? People who like shipping.
Because if I get a bunch of people that are suddenly like one thing, they'll have a subset of a subset, and then I make something else, then that's going to be where people downvote because of the fact I did that.
Because there wasn't pony smooching?
Yeah, which means that now I am typecasting myself, which is why I stopped doing it earlier on, and now it's basically like, hey, do you want to expand it all? No, you can't, because these people only want this one thing, and they get aggressively
you can have
and
pony
angry.
smooch like once every 5 years.
Pony smooch, you get more views. It depends on how you state it. There's a lot of people that aren't looking for smooching; they're looking for a lot more than that.
It doesn't have to be just smooching.
What?
But it doesn't mean
my
you have
channel
to
doesn't
ban
make that kind of
smooching.
content, Michael.
No, you can sometimes have smooching. I'm just saying, don't ban smooching. Look at that.
You put one of that on there, and then suddenly, if
You
that's
have
on,
two.
yeah, very very long time ago. it's just if say like I want to say like okay, I want to make some more Monster Hunter stuff, and then like somebody comes over and is like, hey, that's some cool Monster Hunter. Wait, what's this? Say goodbye to a subscriber. So no, I'm not making fetish material for you, Michael.
No, like every time somebody kisses in a show, it's not fetish. It's the ooh
He's in denial.
moment, like in the sitcom. Like every sitcom has that ooh moment. When the audience goes ooh, you're with me. That's why we can get the audience thing go ooh, because they're smooching. And I grew up in the 90s. You have to have the ooh.
I think he had a stroke. I'm not gonna call anybody. He's on his own on this one, but I was hoping that there was a better Ponyville model or map. It's the only one I can think of that's. I think this. No, this wasn't the one I was thinking of. It would
One's very square.
technically work though. Only thing I think, because I could just put another building over those existing buildings and hide it.
At least that one has Sugar Cube Corner in it.
We can see if we can build one. I just do not see this going well.
I see it taking a very long time.
Yeah.
I like that Spider Kid. The one person's like, I don't like kissing scenes. She's like, same, but I'll get used to it. It's fine if the ponies are kissing.
As long as Michael is happy.
Used to it. Yeah.
Okay.
Ponies kissing is adorable.
I went. Oh.
Ponies kissed in the show. Same.
Why is this like 2? Why am I not seeing anything? Test 2? Yeah.
My weird kissing. Don't bring your kissing into this. Jeez. Cadence Kiss Shining Armor and the episode The Perfect Pair, AJ's parents kissed in that.
It's good. I'm on Argo side. It is good the way it is. Don't bring your weird kissing thing in here, Mike. No, it's I want to have. I eventually want to start branching out into things, and I'm already in a very rough spot where trying to do such means that I have to fight an uphill battle. It's where
you can have the monsters kiss if you want.
It's like say for instance you climb a mountain to grow something, but then you want to try to grow something else, but now that's another mountain. But instead of starting from the base, now you have something that you almost have to climb back. You have to climb down from to get back up. And so it's where, like, if I suddenly I said, like, I'm only going to make content for this thing now. But when people subscribe, the first time they see a video, they're going to see something else. Or they're going to be recommended other content that you've done. And that recommendations are going to be for content that has stuff that is now going to limit my audience. So I'm in a rough spot where it's difficult to grow, being that the fandom is tapering out or slowing, and you're looking to go the other direction. So it's difficult. And anything that I put out that isn't very specific to the things that I make right now tends to lose subscribers. Like I put out that announcement video. Guess how many subscribers I gained?
I'm guessing since your overall demeanor at this moment, you lost some subscribers.
Yes, it went down overall. I think I lost about 50 subscribers because of that video. Total. Like, no gains, completely dropped. My whole average for my channel was halved on the gaining of subscribers because of that one video for days.
Mm-hmm.
So it's, that's where, like, oh, okay, so now I want to make something else. Sure, I'm branching out, and now I am completely going against the audience. So what do? Do you try to grow to gain a new audience?
at the cost of losing your current one, or do you just go with your current one, don't grow, but then see it taper off and stagnate? And so it's in a rough spot. I don't 100% know what to do on it a lot.
I don't know any channel that's successful that doesn't have a theme.
Well, yeah, but but when you have a theme on a dying fandom, where do you go? How do you grow it?
I thought the fandom was growing last week.
No, there's nothing. I can't grow within the medium that I have. I'm not going to be able to pull in any new people. I do slowly over time, but in that same amount of time, you're getting people that are dropping off. So the numbers going up, but the amount of active people that are actually participating are the same or going down. So I'm only seeing on average everything slowly go downhill, even as some things go up. But how do you branch off from there? So I don't want to be going for the next 15 years doing this because I'm going to lose things. It's basically like putting your car to a wall and hitting the gas and wondering why you're not going forward. So.
Elbow Balls is popular right now.
Because that's a whole new thing.
Yeah.
That didn't exist before. It's a fandom that is on its way up.
Yeah, well, I was just saying if you're looking for something new to do.
Well, I know, but then I have to fight against the fandom that I am in.
I don't think.
Yes, you do. Because anytime I put out a Rathalos thing, yeah. I tend to stagnate or go down.
Well, those are two very different fandoms.
Yeah, but it's still full 3D thing, and why does it go down? It's because the people that are there are abandoning ship when they see one thing that isn't what they want to see. And it's rough. I don't know what to do on some of that stuff. That's why I've been focusing more on like streaming stuff and that kind of thing, because that's a place I can grow in easily or easier.
I think this means I'm not going to get my kissing ponies.
No, you're not.
So close. I want to believe that was close.
Oh, it's because I don't have a key. Oh, well, no, because if I. No, why can't I? I smoked two in there.
I just want to see like helicopter propellers like come out the back of her tractor and just fly away.
Why am I not seeing anything? I feel like I'm missing something.
Lights?
No, the light. Even if I shut the lights off, it's not visible. And I'm not able to see anything. Actually, if you were in charge of the stream, you would make them kiss. Yeah, that's actually one of the things. Like, yeah, I'm trying to grow streams, and I'm trying to stay away from this. And then when Michael takes charge, he goes and does the exact same thing that I'm trying to shy away from. That makes that difficult. That's why I was like, no smooching, and the first thing you do is smooching.
People liked it.
It does make other things difficult. That's the problem. So people drop subscription because of one thing. Oh yeah, that's how YouTube works. I think there was a Twitch person that was saying that they decided to take a couple days off, and because they did such, they lost thousands of subscribers because they were gone for like one day. Because at that point, you're gaining, every time you do a stream, you're going to gain some, because a month ago they were subscribed and now they're going to resubscribe, and now he lost it. But the thing with YouTube is, you have a topic that you're covering, and that's what people subscribe for. And then the longer you go with that, it just makes it narrower and narrower, and then eventually gets to a point where if somebody pops up on their feed and they have 1,000 subscriptions and they see something they don't want, they just unsubscribe. So tends to be that anytime I put out a video that isn't 100% pony, I will generally lose subscribers. I will go down. Anytime I put out a highlight video, I've either been at 0 or negative.
And anytime I put in an announcement video, it's negative. Anytime I do a stream, I lose subscribers. The only ones that actually gain anything are pony animation. So it means that, like, if I want to expand into other areas, I have to take a hit over a long period of time of actually losing people, because you're dealing with people that are only there for a very, very specific thing. So
I think if you stay within the similar realm, like animation, like
no, that's what I was doing. I was putting on animation.
yeah, but it was animations about a video game that was very detached from the same. I don't think it carried the same kind of.
So you're saying that I have to then do animations for things that I may not want, because now that's what everybody wants me to do.
I'm just thinking, like, as far as what wouldn't chase people away. You can do whatever you want. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I know the danger in telling you what to do.
It's anything that's non-pony.
Let's say,
so, and that's why a lot of the new stuff, I've been trying to shy away from doing pony stuff, because it's getting to the point of if I try to do something new and I make it pony, I've immediately blacklisted myself out of a lot of other things, and that's one of the big frustrating things with this. So it worked great while things were going up, but once it started plateauing, I literally was unable to prevent it from plateauing. I'm stuck. So how fast is the tractor going? Whatever it takes to go into the past. It's back to the tractor. What is going on with this, though? I feel like there's something I'm missing.
only time will tell.
Oh no, I can't actually work on the next shot unless I figure out why it's doing that. It's not the fog. What is causing that? Because I'm not even able to see anything. If there was no light, I'd be able to see stuff. Something seems goof. Camera's covering the whole shot.
Uh-huh.
Well, what I can try is the one other thing. Okay. Well, apparently if I just copy-paste the shot in, I just can't make a new shot. It's weird. So while Venom was shrunk by a lot, the creators have as well. You're one of the few high-tier creators left. Yeah, but that's the problem. It makes things difficult, though. It's the one thing I've done that was fairly successful was when I made the Rathlos Twitter account, but that was mainly because I kept it completely disconnected from my other Twitter account.
How's that doing, by the way?
I haven't posted anything on it for 6 months, but it had as many followers as my main Twitter account in 7 days.
Monster Hunter is a bigger fandom.
Yep, and when you see... And really, at that point, if I were to see a fandom that by making some content within 7 days, was able to gain a greater following than an account that I had for 7 or 8 years, the smart decision there would have been to completely shift gears and completely abandon everything and go that direction. Because that would have been... I could have seen faster and bigger growth over a short period of time. But I didn't. But now that account has like 33,000 followers or something. But I haven't posted on it for like 6 months. I still get people randomly tweeting at me like, I am Rathlos. Like they're just like angry at the game and they just want to complain to something. There we go. I need to find a flat part of this area. Maybe over here. Envisioning it's going 5 miles an hour, she's just freaking out. I thought about doing that. That was one of the original ideas I had.
It's true. Yeah.
Was making it look like she's going fast when she's not. I think this is a good spot.
Monster Hunter doesn't have its own conventions, but it
What
does
is
have a
convention
more
then?
broader appeal. A lot of people look at Pony.
It does
and
have
they
some
think,
conventions. They had just
they?
before COVID, they had a competition out in New York, where it was like a speed competition about like in Monster Hunter about completing certain things as fast as possible. So they have some events, not like Pony stuff does, but they also have just anime conventions or game conventions
Yeah.
that fill that gap sometimes.
The thing about Pony is niche because a lot of people feel that to like ponies demeans them in some way, so fewer people allow themselves to enjoy it.
The conventions exist because the fandom is large enough earlier on that it made sense and was possible. If such conventions were to try to exist now with it probably wouldn't work.
I don't know, the last BronyCon was the biggest it ever had, and
Because it attracted all the older people to come back.
Ciderfest is still growing every year.
Only there's a few thousand people that go to that.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you were to find any specific fandom and have a convention, yeah, you'd probably find a good amount of people that would go to it. But the 10 or 15,000 that allowed such conventions to even pop up to begin with, BronyCon's success was what helped ensure the success of other conventions as well. No point in starting one if you don't think you can do it.
Yep.
Monster Hunter is bigger than not Monster Hunter cons. Yeah, no, Monster Hunter is in terms of it's not flooded. How many animators out there make Monster Hunter content? How many make Pony content? Used to be that there was actually a lot of people that made Pony content, and so you basically were fighting a lot of other people that were making stuff. But within Monster Hunter, there's none. There's really nobody that makes pretty good 3D stuff. There's a couple that I've seen that do things, but nothing of really that what I consider like great detail. There's why is there two houses here? Okay. There's NCH Productions, I think. They make some pretty good stuff. I'm sure this around. So there's some people out there that make it, but it's not so flooded. It makes it so it's a much easier market to jump into.
The Pony market is oversaturated.
Yeah, there's a lot of very creative people, and it does make it a lot harder to stand out.
And you did it.
Because I started earlier on when there wasn't.
Your content's also pretty quality.
Yeah, and it's only was quality because I started earlier on when it wasn't, got the feedback that I needed to be motivated enough to actually continue and improve. If it wasn't, and I had started now, I probably wouldn't have continued. Because I wouldn't have had that motivation to keep making more. That's right. Nowadays, there's no... there's less about helping and support, at least from the older community. You got a lot less people helping and supporting new creators because all they want to see is the old creators. And they're like, hey, remember this person? Hey, remember that person? I'm like, yeah, but there's plenty of people that are making some really, really good stuff right now. And like, yeah, but it's not the same as blah, blah, blah.
I think when G5 gets into swing...
No, it's not gonna have a... It's gonna bring a couple of the old people back to go, ha, that's cool, and then nothing.
You don't think there's gonna be new people?
No,
That's
there's
just
gonna be
like
some,
G5?
but it's not gonna be like what it was. And if from my perspective, it's not gonna help me much.
You don't
So-
think you'd animate some of the new characters?
No, well, how many models are there of the new characters?
No, not many yet, but the show's not even out yet.
No, it's not going to be worth it because it's more of I'm trying to get things to grow and get to a potentially stable position to sustain, and then all that's doing is trying to chase something that will very quickly die off again. It doesn't make any sense. So I'm stuck in between a rock and a hard place. Stick with what you know, or try to branch off. But one of them, the smaller group wants, and the other one's gonna have a rougher time period. So like, which do? Do you please people at your just to make them happy, but at the same time suffer for yourself? Or do you go the direction that might seem a bigger benefit, but at the same time, then people are just going to abandon it? So like, literally, which way do you go?
Yes, but which way do you go that isn't also just going to have the same problems?
Well, it's more about going a direction that then you're willing to pivot. I put all my eggs in one basket, and that's a problem.
But like, if you put all of your eggs into Monster Hunter.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying like, that's why I want to do more than one.
Yeah.
I want to do more than one thing. Right now, everything has been on a single YouTube channel that makes a single fandom's animations using a single piece of software. Yeah. How does that has no sustainability?
Well, like, if you were to do Monster Hunter and then say do a SpongeBob with people who logged in because you just did the Monster Hunter, log out because you did the SpongeBob.
But then at that point,
just constantly have that problem.
You would have to eventually get to the point of posting stuff that's spread out enough that you would lose a bunch of people to where it would restabilize to that being your new baseline, and then it would go back up again. But it'd have to suffer for a while of things going downwards or nowhere. So eventually things would stabilize and be fine in that regard, but you have to take that time to do it.
But then the only people you would get are people who are just a fan of animation and not of a single property.
Yeah.
I feel like there's fewer of those people.
But I already have a base to start from.
Yeah.
But what you're saying, like, so let's say, like, if my goal was 1 million subscribers,
yeah.
Do you think Pony would get me there?
Probably not.
No, it wouldn't. So then why is that the correct direction to go?
I'm just not sure that the direction of just random animations.
Not random animations. Branching out into more than one thing. Or if you really want to become popular, do what everybody else. Do what Tombstone did. Is you just chase what's popular, but I refuse to do that.
I don't know if he's as popular as he used to be, though.
But that's what people were doing, like when Among Us became popular and everybody was doing Among Us stuff, or when Undertale became a big thing and everybody was making Undertale stuff. If you want to become popular quick, that's the kind of stuff you do.
I mean, that kind of feels like the only two routes, though. It's like either you stick with something and you become a channel for people who are fans of that particular thing, or you simply chase what's popular, because otherwise...
No, the idea is I want to chase whatever the hell I want to chase.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say, well, this is what I need to do now. I'm just going to make whatever the hell I want to make.
Yeah.
But that means branching out and doing other things.
Yeah.
But it will be a period where everything will go downwards for a little bit. Well, the MLP fandom is doomed to stagnate forever. No, it's more of, again, putting all your eggs in one basket. Say you only pick one thing to focus on. It's like if you were saying you were going to invest your money somewhere and you dumped all of your money, every single dime, into the exact same source over and over and over again. Maybe you could make some big gains on it, great, but if anything went wrong, you'd lose everything. And that's kind of what it is I put everything into one thing, and that over time means that it catches up with you, and now that stock is not what it was before. So it's more of having it so that when one thing is going down, you at least have something else that's staying up or has some stability. Because that's the one reason, like right now, technically for the size of my YouTube channel, I should not actually be doing a normal job. That I would be normally fully sustainable on its own, but it isn't. So
my only concern is basically what you said, that you lost people for the Monster Hunter stuff when you did the Pony stuff.
And no, it wasn't Monster Hunter stuff. It was anything non-Pony.
Yeah.
Or anything non-animation Pony.
But if you did Monster Hunter stuff and then you did Pony stuff, occasionally do you think you'd lose people who followed?
No, I don't plan to stop Pony altogether. No, I plan to still mix stuff together.
But the thing is, I'm thinking the more you branch out, the more people who came for specific content are going to leave because they're not still getting that content.
Yeah, it'll lose at the beginning, but that's why I'm saying, like, if you want to transfer to a different mountain, it's no longer about starting from the bottom and working your way up. I have to work my way back down that mountain first. So it's about you taking a hit before getting to the point where you can see anything gains, which means it's going to take longer overall.
I don't think I know any channels that just do lots of different animations unless they're chasing fads.
That's why, like right now, I had a difference in content, so I made a new channel.
Yeah.
So that's one of the main reasons for that.
So is all that different content going to be on that new channel, or this channel will be?
No, this one, I'm sticking to this one being animation stuff,
Okay.
specifically. But yeah, that's where it comes down to, like, what do I do? And so that's where I don't know what to do, because I've tried a couple different things, and a lot of it's just backfired and been made things worse. Like, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna make some of this type of content, and every one of them just it basically killed my momentum for a few months completely. So I was like, well, what about this? And that was kind of beneficial. The only thing that really ended up kind of picking it back up again was a pony animation. So
Yeah, I kind of always felt that it kind of happened to Flim Flam Philosophy, or he called himself Don Somewhere. It was all pony content, and then he tried to do original content because he wanted to do other things, and his channel just died and lost all motivation as a result.
but all of his stuff again was tied up into a very, very specific.
Yeah, but when he tried to branch out, it killed him.
Hotch Fighting Animation Project is iffy future. Better to create original work, story characters, build the brand, and their original material. That's my intent. Is I wanted to find 3 different fandoms to pull random content from, and then I wanted to eventually create something that's original. But the problem with original is that's very expensive. I like right now I can go to a location and I can download models. But like if it's something that's original, now I have original voices and original characters that need original models that are created by 3D people and within environments that didn't exist before, and writing of stories, and I'm not a writer. So then, like, how do you pay for all that? And so I'm stuck in a rock and a hard place of, yeah, I could make something original, but I don't have the experience and the knowledge to do such. So I eventually want to get there, but I don't have the resources needed to do that.
You could do sock puppets.
I have one right there. But you don't like that one.
That one's evil. You need
like
nicer
Andy
sock
Rose.
puppets. Don't you have pony sock puppets?
I think I have a Rainbow Dash one.
Oh, I thought you had the Rainbow Dash and the Applejack.
No, I don't have the Applejack one. I have the Rainbow Dash one. I think that wasn't even mine originally. I think it was my sister's, but then she just gave it to me. No, actually, I don't know. Can't remember.
This
Why is it?
underwear.
It looks like from this angle.
It looks like somebody should be wearing it. but
Yeah,
not in
it's weird.
it. Yeah.
I'm looking. I just want something that I can use as a dirt like path, and I can't.
Not like dirt road. That'd work.
The shape's right. No, that's a little rough on the top.
Yeah. Yeah, they're all real rough. Well, that one's good. No, it's not.
It had the kind of shape I'm looking for, but because I can't use something like this, because even if I retexture, it's just a flat texture. That doesn't really work. I was looking. I would like if they had some kind of a dirt that I like had bones across it that I could manipulate. There is one that's kind of like that. The edges don't look right, but I might be able to make it work. If YouTubers started playing Among Us, and I'll snowball from there. That's just luck, though, whether or not you catch on right at the beginning of that. Once things get back to normal and the newest version of he gets going and is popular enough, there'll be enough people for conventions. It's
enough people for conventions now.
No, well, whenever conventions happen again,
Yeah.
it's all about scales and stuff. So that first hill with the fandom growing was huge, but it was a big and new thing. And a lot of people earlier on were joining because it was a new thing, and then it started going. It had a pretty drastic drop right away because a lot of those people that were just there for the fad left, but then it slowly started going down from there. Will a new season of stuff invigorate people again? Sure, but it's not going to bring people back in the passion that they were before. It probably will bring back a good amount of people, but not for near the amount of time, and it will probably be short-lived. At least to me, it's not worth banking on.
I like to think that, like 10 years ago, even just 10 years ago when the original show started, I like to believe at least that that a broader audience is more accepting of watching that kind of show, because that's a good one. Better anyways. But yeah, if you just sink it in the ground a bit, that would work real well.
It's very flat and very long though. Look at that hill right here.
Yeah, but it won't be as pronounced if you bury it a bit. But anyway, I like to believe that a broader audience would be more accepting of the show, because one of the big things about My Little Pony, I mean, it still probably is an issue, is that, yeah, it's a show by at least by most outside perspectives is intended for girls. And I like to believe that mentality has, I really doubt it shifted entirely, but has at least shifted somewhat away from that being the case. At least more so than it was 10, 11 years ago.
I thought that model had other bones in it. I was trying to find a specific one. I thought this was the one, but I just saw depth and I thought it was, and I was wrong. I do not see the use of that long one going well.
I think male fans of the show have always kind of struggled against a stereotype, which has not always been justified. Well, that's big.
Shrink it down.
But I do kind of like how, is that like straw and stuff mixed in there?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's good. I like the thing.
That's some good straw.
Well, I have
Taste the straw.
I have to imagine ponies haul hay around a lot, so they drop it.
There's also going to be little piles of poop and pancakes.
No, the ponies have bathrooms.
But the problem is, okay, so let's just say that, like, okay, that would be the road.
Okay. I think you probably want to change the color.
Yeah, I can change the color. But now let's say that road turns.
Well, you'd have to use a different piece.
Of what?
You had the little versions of it.
No, that was a different model. And that is immensely high detail compared to right next to low. I would definitely like add some grassy stuff.
No, adding grass to this place will take an eternity.
That's gonna be what's gonna need to be done. I can't just like have it floating here. This would probably also be better being smaller. Okay, is that most people only support content creators for what they do, not for who they are, and the thought of branching out is a daunting thing. No matter what one does, it is unavoidable to lose people that follow, but if it makes yourself happier, then it's worth the risk. Time changes everything. Trends lose popular. Safety worth to stagnate. Maybe for some, but it won't make you happy in the long run. Yeah, I'm not trying to think of the now. I'm trying to think of 5 years from now and whatever. The thought is like, the current trend with YouTube is that you get to a point where, or if it grows enough and at a certain speed, it's useful then try to go like full bore into it and take advantage of that. I didn't originally, and because of that it plateaued, and then now you can't gain that momentum again, because a channel might have 236 or something 1,000 subscribers, but how many are active? Not many. Like when I put out that announcement video, and I think it has like 8,000 views out of 236,000 people. How many people are actually clicking through on this stuff? And out of those, most of them, when I put out a video, only 15% of the people that watch something are subscribers. So I have a video that's 130,000 people that watched it, and 15% are subscribed, meaning that out of that, like, let's say 150,000, only 18,000 were subscribed out of 230,000. That's, where are the rest of them? So if that's what they're there to subscribe to and watch, then where are they? So that at that point, it's they're bogged down with a whole bunch of other channels, or they're just inactive accounts. So the numbers starts meaning less and less over time because they're just not there. They're not real people anymore. And it's hard to so the number means less and less as it goes. The Monster Hunter account, when I had that at the same amount of people as my main account, I could put out the exact same content on the new channel, and it was way faster reaction time.
Well, they were all new subscribers.
Because they were all new. They weren't stagnated. Like this little bump right here.
I promise I'll watch your videos someday.
Thank you, Michael.
It's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, the thing is trying to please the YouTube engine. That's the hardest part. Is you can make something your subscribers like, but more than likely, most people are going to be subscribed to a lot of different things. So, trying to stand out amongst them, that's a little too
It needs to be a little lighter. It almost needs to be yellow, because their streets are like yellowish brown.
Yeah, I know, but I don't think I'm going to do that with overrides. The most I'm going to be able to do with that is like that. And so I think I'm going to have to... to make this work, I'd have to completely redo the text. I'm like, look at this.
Yeah, you'd add more.
That cliff.
You just don't show it at that angle.
But when the light hits it, it's going to cast a shadow.
No. You know, one thing on YouTube, I'm really bad about hitting the like button. I've very
Yeah, and that
like button.
That like button is powerful. That and leaving a comment and subscribing and stuff, that is amazingly powerful.
I will hit the like button on your videos where the ponies are kissing.
Yeah.
And the one with Derby. Don't you have any videos with Derby kissing?
No.
See how he hurts me?
A lot of SMM creators make content not based off of a fandom. They just make good content. You can use any model from any fandom as long as it's entertaining. Yeah, and that's kind of what I want to do eventually. It's just like and subscribe to LTGstore.com. Yeah, buy the water bottle. It's only $29.99. I eventually want to get to the point with things, but the problem is animations take a while, and that's why after this specific one, I'm going to be doing a lot of the other stuff. I want to finish some of the Rathalos stuff. I had played around with a different model. I don't think this model's going to work. That little thing right there is just going to make that near impossible. I'm going to see what else is in here. Actually, we're kind of out of time anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, it shows a lot of good morals and all that. That could relate to a lot of people. Yeah, we still got to get people to watch it and like care. Getting to that point's the hard part. Is you can have you can have something that's the best content of all time, but if nobody's even willing to click it to watch it, then it doesn't matter how good it is. Looks like a lava flow to me. Yeah, it just looks too detailed. Plenty of bathrooms and we barely see them. And I saw a scene involving Pinky Twang, Gummy. There's a bathroom there. There was the Applejack out in the middle of nowhere. Pinky, once it goes, use the bathroom too. Thank you for the follow around.
And Granny Smith, that one episode. She went to the outhouse.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna have to try to figure out a good model for like a dirt thing, or even find a different area with some roads.
Maybe you can find like a pond and model. And
this is anytime I need to make Ponyville, I've always run into this problem because it's. I think one of the previous ones I did this with was I used the school. From. There's a school version of this, and I think I just threw some models in the background of that one because that was the only thing that worked. Nonetheless, we're out of time anyway, so I'll have to think on that. I do want to work on this for the next couple days, and see what we do from there. But anyway, okay. I'll be working this more Friday. Saturday we're doing a Jackbox stream.
No. Nolan.
No, we're done.
Why do you have so many pictures? You just... Oh, that's actually a good shot of me. I like that shot.
it's you're confused.
Look very thoughtful.
Nonetheless, we are going to be doing a stream this Saturday. We're going to be playing some Jackbox, and it's going to be where Twitch subs and stuff can participate and play. And I don't know where online. That's what the problem is. So if you're interested, show up. Everybody can be in the audience.
Can I come?
Think about it.
Yay.
No, that's not how eyes are shaped.
This is the new animations you can do. It can be all about me. You can start the Michael fandom. This all seems like a good idea. I look evil. Am I?
And then we'll just do that. You know, we'll just do. Sure. And then you gotta be angry.
I'm always angry.
Because
Draft isn't even here.
can't grab multiple of these at once. Can I delete? No, I can't.
Oh, there you go.
No, I wanted to see if I could delete individual ones. Well, that mount. Oh, that's not. Go away. Wait, that's that. Now I made a custom shape. There we go.
Triangle makes me look happy.
Okay. Haha. My name is Michael.
See, we're animating already. I'm very derped. Derpy would never be so angry. Or have caps lock turned on. I feel that was something that wasn't intentional, and then you're just like, it works.
It makes it better.
Yes.
There we go. There you go. Happy hope for happy nod. Yeah, that's all I want. Oh, this is a very neat idea. Argo, have you looked at the Bash 3D model kits? They're a little bit expensive, but you can use the assets commercially. Well, thank you, Nolan. Have a good night, and Michael, thank you for the stream. Well, thank you very much, Nolan.
Yes. You're welcome for this stream I provided.
Yes, it's all Michael.
Yes.
Well, like. There.
One day, stream, we'll get that derpy video.
No. Thank you very much. Michael is evilly laughing as he conspires to sneak smooching derpies into Argo's newest animations. There are no smooching derpies.
Yes. Like, there's just a tiny smooching derpy in the back of all of
I like the
animations.
idea that it's like somebody say smooching derpies.
Yeah. Hey, smooching derpies. They're so cute. These are all horrible.
I have so many of you.
I like that one. Go back one. That one there. It looks like I'm like.
It's
It's like, is that a derpy?
Derpers.
Yes, derpers. Like that moment when I convince you to make the derpies kiss. Just like, hey, hey, hey. Good, good. Let the shipping flow through you.
Very, very evil.
Yes,
That's evil.
yes, that's super evil.
Homeless pizza. Yes, can't wait. Oh yeah. Anyways, yeah. Whatever. Jackbox stream on Saturday. We'll do that. Whatever. Blah blah blah. We're all done. And where's the kitty? We gotta do the kitty. His
We
kitty's
do have to.
important.
It's very important.
Very important.
See, if you want lots of subscribers, you should just have cat videos.
It's not about that. It's about seeing change. That's the thing I was trying to say.
Chase people's cats with a camera around the neighborhood and videotape them, and then we can put that on your channel.
That's just called building evidence against your own case.
In what case? People like cats.
Chasing other people's cats.
Yeah. Well, we need cats from somewhere. We need original content. Like, we gotta chase some cats.
You're a cat chaser? Yeah.
Yeah.
How many years do you get?
And on days we can't find cats because we ran out, we can like chase squirrels and stuff. People like squirrels. It's a variety channel.
Hey, if there was like a recording of you getting attacked by a squirrel, that'd be totally like viral material. Yeah, bye Alexander, bye Ice Spice Spider, bye everybody.
Don't talk to the chicken.
Bye.
Bye-bye.